Hey guys, happy Christmas and welcome to Just Carve Rob. What do we got? Oh, look what we got for Christmas. We got some of these kutzall rotary burrs. This is like a saw, kutzall, extreme. And then we got the kutzall coarse here, the silver, the coarse. Got them for Christmas. All right. So what are we working on today? Well, a bear from this block of wood. 2 by 2 by 8. 2 inches this way, 8 inches this way. 2 inches this way. So 2 by 2 by 8. And so that's our other bear there that we started. Hey, Boo Boo Bear, do you know where there is a picnic basket? Ho ho ho. And we got a cub here. Little Cubby Bear. Remember him from the last video, Cubby? Little Cubby. Cubby, 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 Cubby. Alright, so apparently I have a problem. I have a bear problem. As far as carving bears, they all seem coming out like cartoon animals. So who knows what this one's going to look like. But let's fire up the loud things and start carving this block of unknown type of wood. It might be pine, I'm not for sure. But we're going to carve it anyway. Pete Blair, thank you, Pete. Hey, Pete sent us one of these guys here too. And we use that on our bear here. It's an eye tool Pete Blair made and sent it to us. It's for making little eyeballs. It's got like a cup here in the end. And you just burn it in there. You guys have seen Jordy's. He's got those big Mampa ones. Thanks, Pete. Appreciate you. I appreciate you, Pete. And all of you subscribers out there that put up with my nonsense. Thank you very much for showing up. Alright, thanks for subscribing. So let's get started with this bear. Alright? Alright. Alright, Spike. Alright. Alright, guys, here we go. First time I ever used one of these tools. These rotary tool things here that we got going. It's like a saw. But very aggressive. Really takes the wood out. So I had to come out and play with it. See what it does. Very aggressive. Man, I can see a lot of different uses for this thing already. So what we're doing is up by that step there is for the forehead where the eyes will be. Then behind that, you see the 2 lines. That's for my ears. Notice how they're forward a little bit. So that will allow me to round the head in the back, on the back side. But now you don't want to cut straight down on those ears. You'll see I leave those ears real thick. Right until almost the end. I leave them thick. I guess what I should try doing, I notice is a lot of times I leave my heads kind of big. So I should just mark my ears and then bring that nose down, really down. But my problem is, on my perception of it, is I'm making the nose fit the block of the wood instead of bringing that block of wood down to make the head smaller than the body is wide. Because a bear is shaped like a giant funnel from the head. Okay, from the nose back to the back of the head. Maybe if I did a walking bear, it could come out a little bit different. But we're doing a standing bear. And look how much wood that little that disc burr makes. Man, that thing really takes it down. Plus, it's brand new. I mean, don't get me wrong, the flame burrs really take it down too, but mine's getting a little bit on the old side. Hint, 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 Micah Kutzall, hint. Could use a new extreme taper flame burr. if you happen to be thinking about Just Carve Rob, and you got a chance to send me one, I wouldn't send it back. Yeah, I got these two burrs for Christmas from my son. He said, "What do you need for Christmas, Dad?" I said, "Man, I'd like to try these burrs here." And I showed him about, because Kutzall has all kinds of burrs. So I showed him, probably about 1,200 different burrs and stuff that I wanted. And this is what I got, was these two burrs here, which I'm extremely happy with. I can see these burrs being a part of my permanent red. Okay, now you can see we have changed over to the Kutzall flame burr. And we sped up the footage a little bit. Don't want you guys getting too off board with the blocking out of a bear head here. Just making everything rounded over nice. And you can see what I'm talking about there with the ears. How I'm rounding over the back side of the head. So you can see the back of those ears. We won't take anything off the front of the ears, or at least not that much if we take anything off. We'll take it off the back side and round it down into the head, just like a bear's ears are. And this is 2.5 times the speed here. Otherwise, this video is going to be like 3 hours long. And the furthest we're going to get in this video is, I believe, just the head. Okay, guys, I think 2 3/4 times the speed was a little too fast, so I slowed it down a little bit here. I'm taking that burr and I'm plunging straight into the mouth with it to hollow the mouth out a little bit. And I'm also using it here to put the nose in place. We're going to change the burr over, though, to a aluminum cutter, small flame burr, 1/8 inch shaft. It's one of those ones that you get like 10 for $15 on Amazon or eBay. So basically, I'm digging the nose in now. So we're just, I kind of roughed it in with that extreme burr. And now I'm coming back with the aluminum cutter, and we're digging it in. And we're going to feather away from the nose with the snout or the lips of the bear. We got to round the face over a little bit. There, I'm splitting it. And you can see I'm making the little bear mud flap lips there. His little lips are giving them like little mud flaps going on there. And this will come back and we'll sand it down with ruby burrs. I got to order some new ruby burrs. We're cutting his mouth in. And then we'll change our burr. We're changing our burr again. And we're going to the Kutzall coarse burr. Not the extreme, just it's the coarse. And we'll use that. I should get some new ones of these too. You can see how the end of that's burnt from me plunging in with it and stuff. And this burr's getting pretty old as well. It's really starting to get loaded on the end there. Ben said something about taking your torch and just hitting it quick and then hitting it with a wire brush. So I'm going to give that a try on this one. These coarse burrs work pretty good for the not fine detail, but detail. Of course, it's like any other burr. The less coarse it is, the smoother you're going to get everything, and you won't have to come back and sand it all out. But I like coming back with those ruby burrs. I think Ben was talking about using sapphire burrs, so I'm going to see if they got any of those over there at Mountain Wood Carvers. See if they got any sapphire burrs. I tried the rubies, but now I got to try the sapphires. So we'll give them a shot too, see how they work. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know if the sapphires are coarser than the rubies and the diamonds are the finest out of the group. I still use my diamond burrs though, guys. Love them diamond burrs. It's just that the ruby burrs, I mean, don't get me wrong, the ruby burrs cost a lot more. For what I pay for one ruby burr, I can get a whole 20 pack of diamond flame burrs. So I'm gonna have to get one and give it a try. Got to order a ruby burr, and then I got to order a couple sapphire burrs and see how they work out. I'm pleasantly surprised with the ruby burrs. I learned about ruby burrs from Ben over at Studio on the Lake. He was doing some carving, and he's like, "Oh, these ruby burrs." So I'm like, "Hey, I got to give them a shot," and I got them, and man, I really like them. Same way with the Proxon stone bits that he uses. They may be a little bit too advanced for just carve Rob. I mean, you know, I can't even make a bear look like a bear. So how you like that? Make a bear look like cartoon characters. But I did a couple bears with my chainsaw, and they came out looking more like bears, real bears. Something to do with this, I don't know, the smaller size, or I don't know. But I figured I had to give Santa Claus a break. I was getting tired of doing Santa Clauses. So I decided to do a bear. This guy kind of looks like one of them Coca-Cola bears. So you got it. That's what I'm telling you there. Angle your face back. And here we are with our Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr. And, man, look at the stuff fly off that bear. And what we're doing here is we are cutting down to that line. That's where his paw is going to be. And I'm going to have his paws pointed inwards towards his belly. I don't know if I'm going to put a little sign in his hand or a bologna sandwich or what. I don't know. But you know how I fly, guys. I never know what I'm doing until I get there. Yeah, it works that way a lot around here. So you can see we're cutting all that wood down to that line. And that's where the top of his paws will be. And we'll keep working that back. And as we do that, we'll keep working the neck down too from his head. Man, look at this sawdust. I'm glad I got that vacuum on. My dust collector deal there. Okay, and my dust collection system is a 12-gallon shop vac with a cyclone on top of it, and it works really well. And it's not that bad as far as price. But I have seen Delta makes a couple of regular dust collectors, like a shop vac, but it's a dust collector. So it pulls the air through a fan. And the motor is what's called a TEFC motor, totally enclosed fan cooled motor. And it's made for woodworking. They run about, well, the ones I've seen run about $300, but it's a very small dust collecting system. Like so there's an option too. By the time you get done buying a new shop vac and the cyclone and the hoses and stuff, you're probably going to have like $150 wrapped up into it. Now, if you already got a shop vac, the cyclones are cheap. They're like $25. And then the hoses is like $20. I upgraded my hose to a 2.5 inch from the 1.5 inch that comes with the shop vac. So, and I bought my Dirt Deputy on that's the name of the cyclone. I bought that on Amazon for like $25. But then the hoses was another $25 or so. So I don't know if that helps anybody out, but there it is anyway. And you can see we're working that neck down. And you can see where I cut. I'm trying to make the head more round. I think the head should have been a little shorter. But, you know, this is what he's coming out looking like. Ha ha ha. Dancing bears. Okay, so this is the part where we're going to start bringing them ears down. Shaping the ears and getting them thinned out to the size, the shape that I want them. So we're just going to trim them ears down, and we'll roll them into the head so the back of the head sticks out a little bit more, so that we can round it over a little bit more. We'll get them ears done. You can see what's happening. We're cutting the ears forward from the back so that we can make the back of the head stick out more. I already said that. All right. And we'll be able to round the head over more. So this is where this video is going to have to stop because my camera is flashing at me telling me, just carve, Rob. You need to get the adapter that you can plug me into the wall so you don't got to worry about batteries. So, but I don't got one. So, and I only got one battery. If anything, I should order another battery, right? I hear you. But I think you listen to me ramble on for 17, 18 minutes, whatever it is probably more than anybody could bear anyway. So I'd like to say thank you to all the subscribers. I'd like to say thank you to everybody that supports the channel and watches the videos. And you guys, stay awesome, carve something awesome, be awesome. Check out the links and descriptions below. There's one there if you want to help support the channel. All right? All right. Bye-bye.